This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, I'm here with my only friends, and that includes my boy, Tortua.
See, that I can get behind.
Yeah.
You didn't blow my ears out.
No.
That was nice.
Wait, are you fucking kidding?
Happy 420.
No,
I think he's really irate.
Happy 420 to all my fellow enthusiasts.
It's my granddad's birthday. R.I.P.
He smoked
R.I.P.
pot.
He did not smoke pot.
You didn't know about it.
Did.
I don't think he
No
smoked.
shit,
Probably
I
He
did.
just didn't tell you, man.
Back in the day, yeah.
He drank a lot of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
He did.
It was that
drink a lot
time of
of
life where it was like nobody was like supposed to do it, so like he just didn't want to tell you, man.
I don't think so.
When he used to read Puff the Magic Dragon to you,
I think it's a good
No
time
one
to
ever
bring
read
back
me.
the Natalie Bodie interview of Martin.
Real.
Happy
Nobody.
420, Conrad. How you doing?
chilling.
Good? Yeah.
You know, another day in the life.
Another day, special day.
Yeah, nothing really changed for you. It's the same day, every day.
Yeah, it's a weird thing for you to celebrate, I think.
Not really celebrating, right?
How's that Coke?
I don't celebrate anything.
How's that Coca-Cola?
It's good. It's unfortunate we don't have Pepsi here because our manager likes to fuck up and
Don't blame me.
grab the wrong color soda.
Blame
He-
Costco. I don't think Costco has Pepsi.
Really?
Nah, maybe they do.
Sometimes you just have to throw some misinformation
I
out
was
there.
like, wow.
I have to go with what majority of people want,
No.
which is Coke.
How do you
by
know
far.
that though?
You ever seen a poll?
We're gonna poll. You know what? We're just gonna send a poll to all future Academy attendees: Coke or Pepsi.
You're just a real contrarian, huh?
I guess.
Well, especially a New Yorker. I feel like New Yorkers love Coke over Pepsi.
Like a pizza with
Like,
a Coke.
yeah, exactly. Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I started drinking Coke.
Where
Like, that was my
where
original.
exactly do you think? What region of the country do you think prefers Pepsi? I feel like
Midwest?
Detroit.
Midwest.
Like exactly
Yeah,
Detroit.
Midwest,
Well,
yeah.
No, Detroit likes Faygo.
Yep. I'm sure
Detroit-
Walker's pulling up a, of a chart.
The
right
Detroit Lions have officially switched from Pepsi products to Coke
Okay,
as
see,
of today.
now.
Is that actually true?
Yes.
See,
Corey sent me a DM this morning.
at one point
And he let me
they
know.
were a Pepsi team. I'm surprised they didn't go straight to Faygo, man.
So
is that
bad.
where Faygo originated from?
Detroit?
I have no idea what
think
the
so.
fuck Faygo is.
What?
It sounds like a bad TV show.
It's the fruity pop, like the orange soda, the blueberry,
grape.
cherry.
Yeah.
There was another one that was like.
Fanta?
Faygo's already generic, and then there was like a more generic version
A generic version of the generic
of like
version.
Faygo that I remember it just had like a chief on it,
Oh, yes.
but I can't think of the name.
I've never
of
heard
what
of
it
any of
was.
these things. I
Yeah,
mean, I've heard of them,
I
but
can
never.
picture the can.
Yeah. I had all the down bad drinks when I was a
the
kid.
down bad.
When do the
drink.
Penguins play this?
Fuck off.
What?
Listen, man, they haven't missed the playoffs in like I think it was like 13 seasons. It was like since Sydney's second or third season was the last time they missed the playoffs.
And now what happened?
They missed the playoffs by half a game.
Ooh, it's rough. Honestly, it kind of sucks. I saw a tweet by D-Nags that said that like the play-in, like they do in
Bro, half the league already makes the playoffs.
but a play-in tournament was so dope. For
Okay,
basketball, it was so cool.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
so
fine.
Cool.
Okay, fine. We don't need to add more teams to it. Like, let's just take the 8 and 7 seeds at this point and have them play. Like, half the league makes the playoffs. 16 teams.
I just like the like the winner go home in like one game scenarios.
Fine, but the
playoffs.
season has to count for something for someone. And in hockey, like, if you're in the lower half of the league, you do not deserve a playoff game.
I mean, it's the same thing for basketball, kind of. But
yeah, no,
still,
for sure. Basketball,
it makes it exciting, man.
I mean, kind of.
kinda
Well,
cool.
basketball's a little weird because I feel like the season doesn't particularly matter a ton. So you get teams like the Lakers that, you know, are relatively talented. I mean, like over the last few weeks, I was hearing grumbles of like, yeah, they could be like a legit championship competitor. And like 3 weeks ago, we were on this show talking about how they were destined to miss the playoffs
Yeah.
and drawing all but dead.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They have an old team kind. I mean, not really, but
They have one old guy. And he's the
LeBron.
best in the fucking game.
he's old. And he's not. They weren't clicking. They have.
Well, they got rid of Wes.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
Then I mean,
Get Westbrook out of town. Now suddenly
AD needs to be healthy. A lot of things need to click for them.
he seems to be doing just fine now.
Yeah, he seems to be doing fine.
But go ahead.
The reason I brought that up,
Mhm.
let you guys know, my Rangers are 1-0 in the playoffs, and you know what? They play the Devils again tonight. They're going.
That might be the one series where I would root for the Rangers.
Yeah, I hate the Devils too.
Yeah. It goes all the way back to Claude Lemieux for me. Although I hate the Rangers probably worse because of fucking what Adam Graves did to Lemieux.
Adam Graves, what a legend, man.
Never forget that.
What a legend. I used to love using him in fucking NHL 99. Loved it.
It's something that I didn't realize until I think we were yelling at Dan about it when we had him on. But when I'm pretty sure it was Adam Graves, when he slashed Lemieux and broke his wrist, that was the year that they ended up going on to win the Stanley Cup, the Pens.
Oh.
So one of their 2 cups was actually without Lemieux, which is crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
They're a very talented team. Very talented. A lot of sports ball today. A lot
of baseball, baby.
Bad day for Melissa. Hope she's not in the chat.
No. Yeah.
Big shout out to Poo Dog. Today is not your day. It's summertime. I'm here. No sleeves. Let's go. I'm ready to rock.
Wait a minute, I'm allowed to have cutoffs again?
You're allowed to have cutoffs, but you have to wear pants.
I got shorts on.
We have a real strict dress code around here.
I don't know why, but Lamanna wearing shorts is completely reasonable. You wearing shorts is absolutely not.
Because mine are. I mean, these are little.
LaManna has a seam.
Yeah, I have a
Landon
seam.
doesn't.
He also
Right.
has thighs.
I have thighs. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like if he's gonna wear a 5-inch inseam, we're gonna actually see a little man meat.
That's
you know,
right.
With Landon, we get those bird legs.
What the fuck are you talking? You know what? I'm not going to do this today. Not today.
It's just
Not
that they
today,
glow.
Satan.
Not today. I'm not gonna entertain you today.
It's just that his legs glow. That's all.
They do
They
glow.
stick out.
Speaking of glowing, I gotta get that light off behind you. I'm looking at it, and it's just beaming behind you.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It
looks
is.
like
It's cooking.
an angel.
It looks
resting
like
over your
an
shoulder.
oven. The way you can see the lights in it.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good description of it. We have it's slow poker day. I got to tell you, I don't think anybody's played poker since the Twitter beefs have started.
Except for you and Nick one time.
Barely. I mean, we're barely playing at this point. What are we? 3 weeks into this thing, and we're 25 hours into the match, quarter of the way through. We were supposed to be halfway through by now.
26 or so, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a quarter of the way through. You have like a month left.
Roughly. I think it all works out that we have. Is it 4 weekends? I think we still have to play.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, straight from now on.
Well, no, there's a weekend where I have a wedding on a Saturday. Next weekend. So 3 sessions this weekend, 2 the following, 3 the following, and then I think the 4th week we would end up finishing either over 3 shortened sessions or 2 long ones. I think we'll have like 16 hours going into the last weekend.
So every 3 sessions is 22 and a half hours now because you guys added an hour to the session.
We had an hour to Saturday, Sunday, not Monday. We start too late.
Okay, so that means you play for 21 hours. So after this weekend, you'll be roughly halfway through.
We play for 21 and a half hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you'll be like this plus you've already played 26. You'll be almost halfway through, like 48 hours after this weekend.
Yeah, we play 27. So, after this weekend, we'll be 49 and a half hours or 48 and a half hours.
Honestly, though, like it is kind of crazy in the sense that it's almost already halfway through, which is not going to take that long to finish. And once you start playing weekend-wise.
I mean, it's still over a month. I think we wrapped the weekend of May 13th.
Sure. I mean, like when Galfon had his challenges, they took a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, they played in pretty significant volume. 100 hours live is not the same as like 100,000 hands online.
No. I mean, they're playing like 20K. 50K
What did,
hands.
how many hands did the D-Negs Polk Challenge go? 50?
25.
25?
25.
Man, it seemed like it lasted forever. And now that seems like such a small sample.
Yeah. It lasted for a while. I mean, it lasted a couple of months, but just playing online, like even when I was playing Bill for 5K hands, that took 3 weeks. But that's just the difference between online and live volume.
Yeah, you guys had really short sessions too, right?
Yeah, we played two.
Play like 1K
2
hand
hour.
a day.
2-hour hands, 2-hour sessions, and then one time it was like 3.
Yeah.
But Doug and Daniel would play for like 4 or 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
And just really try to get it done. So
Yeah.
they played faster than most.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Got a lot of shit to look forward to. So on top of, I guess,
Playing him.
God, I guess I have a wedding to go to next weekend too. I didn't even think about
Just
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah, next week's gonna be crammed. Have high stakes poker 2 days in a row. I think it's. I have to look at dates. What's today's date?
What dates
The
are
20th?
all these? Because we're not here.
So I play high stakes poker. I play high stakes poker Wednesday and Thursday, 26th and 27th. But we can pod in the morning. I don't have to be there till like 2. So that's not an issue. If you vape on air one more time, I'm gonna snap that fucking thing in half.
Good luck.
I
have 2 more of them in my bag.
I loathe. God, it just takes me right to South Park. Like, it's just the douchiest thing on earth. Just like, let me hit my vape.
Into the microphone.
Right,
on purpose.
yeah, like into the mic. God damn it, Conrad.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday is high stakes poker. Then Sunday, Monday will be heads up. And you guys are going to Florida when?
Monday,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
I leave on Friday.
Sure.
Somewhere along those
Yeah,
lines.
I'll be out for a while.
There's
I'm
an
gonna go to
11.
Florida, and then Vancouver.
Mm.
Do some GG scoop grind.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, Landon's actually gonna play poker.
You're going straight to Vancouver?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Never been.
Never played
Heard
Scoop.
good things. Never have.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of stuff coming up though, like live, and then this stuff, and then WSOP straight after.
Yeah.
Busy time.
Was
What
it
a
a
time
hard
to be alive.
process? Was it a hard process getting your Poker Stars?
I haven't got
Stuff
that
all
set up
lined
yet,
up?
but I have a way to do it.
Of course you haven't.
You might want to get on top of that. 'cause-
Well,
Of course you haven't.
can't do that until you're there, but we'll be fine.
okay.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, you can.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna cook.
Oh man, I'm gonna create a side market here.
I can't wait till
For
we get
sure,
the
he
text
misses.
messages.
He for sure misses at least the first 3
It's
days.
the
of
number one
play.
reason I said something because I thought Landon would definitely leave this to the last minute.
Yeah, yeah,
Rude.
for sure. He's definitely gonna miss the first 3 days of gameplay minimum. I think that's got to be a lock.
Rude.
Lock of the century. So Florida starts. When's the main start? Next weekend?
Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
Friday.
You guys are going early. What the fuck?
1100 on Wednesday, 2200 on Thursday.
Okay.
Me and on Friday.
Yeah, man. Sick flex.
Yeah.
It's just free money.
Oh yeah. It's just free money. You just show up and play 1100 and just win your $75 an hour.
I like to get fourth in them.
Yeah, I was gonna say Conrad.
I enjoyed fourth in the 1100.
It's a humble placement,
It's all right.
You get a few buy-ins back.
Yeah,
Just missed the podium.
yeah, it's fine. I'm
A little
not
bit of a
cool with
refund.
Yeah, cue the meme.
Right? Yeah.
For fourth place,
Right.
for fourth place, you get a Conrad in there.
that. Fuck.
Oh man, that's pretty great.
Actually, you're right though. Maybe I will. Wait.
Do you have a passport?
Yes. I went to London.
It was the Bahamas.
That means nothing to me.
I went to the Bahamas.
None of that means anything to me. That doesn't mean that you still have a passport.
It does
That's
a-
fair.
it does
I
a
have
very
been
good
using it
point.
as a form of identification.
You could have lost it. You could have had it expire. I don't have a passport, and I went to the Bahamas.
Now you guys say that, I'm kind of worried that I don't have a passport either because I haven't seen it in a month.
Hey, man.
Hey, where are you going? You're on lockdown.
Who knows?
I have my DMV appointment tomorrow.
Congrats.
You've had a DMV appointment so many times and you've never went. Are you actually going to go this
I'm
time?
actually gonna go this time because I have my proof of.
And you're going to take the written
I am
permit
going to take
test.
the written test. That's on the
How do you feel? Do you
agenda.
think you
What
can pass
time
it?
is your appointment?
11:15.
How many questions
Why do you
is
do
it?
this?
I didn't do this.
Why do you do
You
this?
did this. Somebody did this.
I
can
did
book
this to
all
James.
day
Either
on
you
Friday.
did it or you paid somebody to do this.
I paid somebody to do this.
Yeah,
right.
well, then
you
you
couldn't
did
say
it.
I'm not free between 11 and 1:30.
Right.
Listen, man, it's so far away that how is this such a big?
It's always going to be a thing where you're not free between 11 and 1:30.
What time? It's 12:31. I can get here early enough.
Call.
Probably
Early
enough in the sense of like I'll be here in like the next 10 to 15 minutes. when the
This is a
podcast
man
This
who's
is
never
tomorrow?
been. Yeah, this is a man
And you're
who's
not here tomorrow.
Correct.
What?
What are you saying? What for? I told you that 4 days ago.
Yeah,
That's
did.
all right. I got my boy Pete
All right,
coming
so
in.
we're off tomorrow.
Nah, it's me, you, and Pete.
This is a man
Me,
who's
you,
never
and
been.
Pete? I don't know Pete.
Don't worry, we're gonna get it popping.
You know,
right.
Pete.
Landon's a
I
man
know
who's never
Pete.
been to the DMV. That's clear.
I'll send you some
I
rap
have an
battles.
appointment.
His
If I didn't-
11:15 appointment. He thinks he's gonna be here by noon.
Wait a minute. I thought the appointments make it so you actually get to show up when you get there.
I
Right,
mean,
but you have to. How many? So
Have you ever
how
been to
many
a
questions
doctor's
is this
office?
test? You know,
I don't know.
Have you
how
ever
many
been
do you
to
have
a
to get right
doctor's office?
to pass?
What?
I mean, you have to
I
get
think like
right to
80%,
I think it's like 70 something.
75 or something.
Yeah.
Feel confident? Have you been studying?
I feel relatively reasonable.
Do you know what road signs are?
Yeah,
You know what the difference is between the colors and the stoplights?
I do.
If you're
All right, Landon.
if
This
your
is a-
blinker is out,
This is a practice question.
Here we
buddy.
go.
What are we
Are we
going
really
with?
doing this right
Yeah,
now?
let's
Yes, we
go.
are.
Let's go.
You may not park your car in any of the following places except in an intersection. You definitely can't do that.
You can't park your car in an
You
intersection.
definitely can't park your car there. You definitely can't park your car in front of a private driveway, and you definitely can't park on a sidewalk. So we're gonna go with C, on the side of a street.
On the side of the
Great,
street.
great process of elimination.
Congrats,
Good job.
congrats.
Yep.
All right, next
All right.
question.
No,
Well,
no,
hold on,
dude.
hold on. Before the next question, I gotta let you guys know. I was driving down fucking Decatur the other day. It was like 7 o'clock at night, and we look to our left, and we're at a red light, and there's two guys that get out of the fucking car, and they are fighting in the middle of the street. They got out of the same car, started fighting in the
Oh,
middle
that's
of the
incredible.
street.
You don't have any footage of this?
It was too quick. When the light turned green, they both hopped in the fucking car
And left together?
kept going. I was like,
God.
what the fuck is going on?
That's just so incredible.
It was pretty dope.
All right, what's that street sign?
Dude, are we really doing this on
Yeah,
air?
we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's an
This
interstate
sign
sign.
represents.
There you go. He got it.
Okay, there you
It
go.
literally
B.
says Interstate 22.
It does say that. That is a little bit of
That
a
one's easy.
cheat.
Oh, starting to get complicated.
This is a tough
There we
one.
go. Getting
Bro,
complicated
this is a tough
now.
one.
Can
right
we
here.
not turn this podcast into Landon studies for
What
the
do we
DMV?
got here, homie? What do we got with
I
these
can't-
thick white lines?
A wide white line. This is known as a stop line. It's a stop line.
No,
Nope.
no.
Yeah, it's wrong.
What do you mean? It's a fucking.
Nope.
No.
Wait.
Wait, it was right?
No.
I'm just answering the questions. I think it gives you
Wait,
all the answers. that
Painted
they-
across.
Actually, no, he's right. It says
It's
3
a stop
correct right
line.
here in the top. In
Get
the top
fucking
line.
wrecked. How do you guys have your licenses?
Wait, was it a trick question?
No, it was a
Were they
stop
not
line.
talking about the crosswalk?
I thought they were talking about the crosswalk
no.
lines.
They said
I didn't
one
re-
line.
I didn't actually read the question.
Yeah.
I just saw the crosswalk
No,
line.
I ain't gonna take
saw
this.
line in the thing, and I said, "Oh, it's
Your
crosswalk."
license is revoked. You're revoked.
Gotcha.
Now you give it to me. That's how this works. It's,
Okay.
it's called absorption.
Nice. Landon can drive us around now.
What does this image indicate, Landon?
Bro, no more DMV. It's passing. It's a broken white line that allows passing.
Yeah.
You taught me this one.
You pass on the right. You pass on the right or the
Hurry,
left.
baby.
Yeah.
Pass that way.
Dude, Landon's got this. It's in the
We'll be
bag.
all right.
Yeah,
Look,
you're in
we'll
the
be
bag.
It's in
fine.
the
I
bag.
should
You
be
only
fine.
need 8 to pass. You already got 4.
There was 40 questions. You don't need 8.
That's what I just said. Go back to the test.
There's 40 questions. You need 8?
That would.
That's what it
No,
says.
it says 8 incorrect. You're allowed to get 32 out of 40.
Okay.
It would make so much sense if you have to get 8 only correct.
So 80%. You're right. You have to get 80% right to pass.
All right. Congrats. Now you can leave me alone.
Okay.
Hopefully,
leave him
hopefully
alone.
I'm gonna come back on Friday and say, I gotta retake it.
God.
You mean Monday?
40 questions. He wants to do it in 6 minutes and be here by noon.
All right. Pull up that passport test.
I do have a passport.
How many Americans do you think would fail the passport test?
There's a
I'm
passport
Is there a
test?
passport test?
No, not the passport.
not the
Citizenship.
the citizenship
the
test.
citizenship.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot.
I would definitely
Tons.
fail it.
I've seen
Tons.
some of like some people just do call it man on the street type of interviews with people with these kind of questions.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
I would need like lead-ins, like if they were instead of like posing the question of like this line was famous on the Constitution, I would need somebody to say like 4-score and
like naturalized citizens know way more about the U.S. government than the people that were born here.
For sure.
For sure.
for sure. But we know way more about sports.
That's culture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ask me who won the World Series in 1979.
Right. But
I
if
got
you went to a different country, you wouldn't know.
Ask you how many presidents we
You went
have
to
and
India,
you don't
you
got
wouldn't know
us.
shit about cricket.
I would learn.
You'd have to. Got
Wouldn't
to
have a choice.
assimilate into the culture.
I like
That's
how I
right.
just cooked though on that practice DMV test.
You're really proud of yourself. We're happy
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
4 for 4, man. You've been working.
Especially when I was given negative feedback by people that do have driver's license.
We misunderstood the question. That's how they get you,
That
man.
sounds like a personal problem.
Listen, that's part of the test. That's how they trick you.
I didn't even read the question or make an answer, so I don't know why I'm involved in this.
I heard line and I saw crosswalk.
Yeah.
Look,
Pretty much yeah.
You were just thinking about pedestrian safety.
yeah, that's right. I'm out here for the
I
pedestrians.
did learn that pedestrians can just throw themselves at your car and you're the one in
What is the one responsibility that is only for United? Wait, what? You cut away too quick. I can't read it. What is the one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Paying taxes?
Probably paying taxes. Maybe. I mean, yeah, responsibility.
Practice
Jury
saying
duty?
the answer out loud. Is it
Jury
taxes?
duty?
Is it
Oh,
tax-
it might be jury duty. I could see jury duty. Being president?
Apparently, everybody here fails.
Wait, that's a real question?
Yeah, it's
I don't know. What's the answer?
good question. It doesn't say on here. It says,
What the
It's a
hell?
question without an
it
answer.
says select your answer, and there's nothing to select here. The internet has changed in the last day.
What a fucking troll.
Select your answers. Here we go.
Okay.
What is one responsibility that is only
yeah,
for the
serve
United
on a
States?
jury.
Jury.
Yeah.
I nailed it without even seeing the multiple choice
Yeah.
questions.
Attaboy
Yeah,
tortoise.
see, we're good. We got this.
Man, I got so lucky.
What
when
does
I
the
came-
president cabinet do?
God, who knows?
I do.
It's a part of the checks and balances. I know that much.
No,
Che-
it's not.
is
It's
it
not.
part of the checks and
Not part of
raises?
the-
It's the president's cabinet, so I would say advises.
I'm going to say A advises. The
Yeah.
president.
They run the departments of all
Yeah.
the different departments of the government.
Well, that's not an answer.
Advises is close enough.
advises the president for sure.
Correct. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, it looks like we might be citizens, guys.
Who wrote the Declaration? The founding fathers. Oh, okay. Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson. This one, yeah, this is TJ.
TJ.
I would have got this correct.
That's my boy. That's my-
Who
Nazis
paid
in the
attention?
house.
Who paid attention in
I took an
sixth
American.
grade
I took an American. Yeah,
history?
American government.
Oh yeah, we took a civics class.
Yeah.
I hated that class. It's the worst.
Ci-
That's when I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer.
Civics just kind of
Oh,
has to deal with call it.
Government.
Government law,
Yeah.
you know.
I had so much fun in mock trial class. That was the only fucking class that I went to school for. Like when I had that, I had like 2 days a week.
lawyer, of course he'd like
Yeah.
I had 2 days a week in ninth grade, and it was literally the only class that I was like, okay, time to go to school.
You just want to yell at people.
It was so much fun.
We did a mock trial in sixth grade with Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf.
And the wolf, yeah.
Yeah. So the wolf was on trial. Little Red Riding Hood was the defendant. Randy George was the prosecutor. Angie Jack was the defendant, or the defense attorney. And the rest of the class was the jury.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, the problem is,
The cool kid always gets all the votes.
no, it's not that. It's how, I mean, we know the story. How can you ever defend?
Too biased.
Yeah. How can you
I
ever?
think a better trial would have been what's the Three Bears?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks?
That would
Yeah.
have been a good one.
You're right. That would have been a good one. The Scarlet Letter would have been a good one.
Can we do a mock trial here?
No, we're gonna get dragged.
Could have just redid the OJ trial.
It was right around that time. It was like
right.
93.
Yeah.
Back when we first started like vlogging and stuff, we were gonna do a kangaroo court for the company.
Oh yeah.
And you know what that is, like usually if you see somebody committing like a fine or whatever, you mark it down, date and time, and then you put it in a box, and then you read them out loud and make a joke out of it and like pay dues. And I bought a full judge outfit for LaManna.
Yep.
Like the old timey hair, the gavel.
Maybe, if we still have it, maybe
the robe.
I'll just be the judge one day on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be a good bit.
You have powdered wig?
Yeah.
Wow.
He could use it.
Mm-hmm.
Get those locks.
Bring powdered wigs back.
That's right.
1770, more like 2023.
Then the judge. Speaking of the judge, he had a home run last night, and he robbed Ohtani of a fucking. What a gay! This guy is unbelievable.
What a fucking goat that
Ohtani
man
or
is.
So it was Angels versus Yankees, and Ohtani is, they've been hyping this thing up. Like I think they played the day before too, but they just, it's Ohtani versus Judge, and then Ohtani gets up and just cracks one, and of course it's right to Judge, and he just leaps the wall and brings back a home run.
Sure.
And then he hits a 2-run home himself
all
to take the
scripted.
lead, and then he makes like a diving catch in the 8th inning to keep the game tied. Like
Yeah, it's all scripted.
Who won?
It felt like it was scripted. The Yankees won. The Yankees
Why, thank
win.
you.
Thank you for that, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
In other baseball news, it seems as though we may be getting a team.
Ooh.
It sounds like that's on
Had to
lockdown.
Transition from civics to
Yeah,
the baseball.
yeah. You don't have to point it out. We saw.
That's pretty good. You did good. You done
So
good, cuz.
it sounds as though they bought the area that used to be the Wild West Casino. I only knew it for its Denny's, and I also know this as
Grand
like
Slam.
this corner on Trop is like Working Girl Central. If you like ever go down there at night, there are just like girls that just like walk up and down Trop around this area.
Are
So
there people that fight at stop signs too?
might be there was
has
somebody
to
who
be.
got shot at a gas station not far from there, like
That's not great.
maybe a block or two up.
That's sad.
I only know because a poker player was like at the gas station when it happened. He was like telling the story.
This was recent?
No, this is probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember driving by there one day because that's the back way that I take to get to Aria. You can turn on Polaris and go the back way to Harmon. And I got there one day and I always used the Denny's as my milestone to know like, oh, there's the Denny's, I make a left. And I don't ever put 2 and 2 together. It's just Polaris. And I'm driving. I'm like, where the fuck is Denny's? That's an empty lot. What's that empty lot doing there? It appears as though it's maybe going to be home to a $1.7 billion.
That was 1.7.
Stadium.
I've heard a bunch of different numbers. I heard $1 billion. I heard 1.5. Now you're saying 1.7.
Well, who knows? I mean, like
Wait, they don't
these
know
things
what's
generally have to get cleared by the city.
Right. They have to get, yeah, that's that. I think Las Vegas locally said. So who's how they plan on paying for this?
They're getting rid of like a $5 million working girl corner.
Well, okay. Right.
It's true.
And like all the like,
Or-
there's a Charles there.
Or they're making it a $10 million working girl corner.
That's true. That's true.
Bring a
Yeah.
little more traffic into the area.
I think they said it's going to be roughly 35,000 seats. It's going to have a partially retracted roof, which is nice.
They
And
need it in
when
the
they-
desert.
Yeah, I mean they have to have the roof. It has to be enclosed. You can't play baseball games when it's 115 out. So, but
think-
you know, in the spring and in the fall, there are fall games. October baseball.
I think the
in
big
Vegas would
disappointment
be
here.
amazing.
I think the big disappointment here is that we got the Athletics and not the Angels. Because there were a lot of talks of the Angels leaving Anaheim. Not necessarily for Vegas, but
Well, they kind of did leave Anaheim. They're the Los Angeles,
yeah, I mean, Anaheim is
they're-
basically Los
yeah,
Angeles.
They're still in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the New Jersey Jets being the New York Jets. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But there were talks of the Angels moving, the Athletics, and the Diamondbacks. And obviously Vegas was like a hot landing spot for all of them.
Mhm.
Then there were also talks of expanding the league again and bringing the Expos back,
Wow.
which makes no sense
In
to
Montreal.
me. No, like there was a talk of, and maybe it was just like Expo ownership, like previous
Maybe.
ownership. I'm not sure.
Well, no, aren't they the Nationals?
But yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But anyway, of the 3 teams, I think the Athletics are unfortunately the most down bad of the 3.
I mean, at the moment, but you know, new stadium. I mean, maybe they're going to put some money into the team.
The Oakland Coliseum is it has to be the worst park in baseball.
You've been there?
Yeah, not to see a game, but I've been. It's a dump.
Yeah, of course. Well, that was the whole issue. The whole issue was like, hey, we want a stadium. If we can get one here,
Yeah.
then we'll stay. And they just
I don't think the
couldn't get
Bay
it
can
done.
support 2 teams, and Pac Bell or whatever the
I mean,
hell.
they have supported 2 teams for a long time. but
Kind
it's
of.
just-
I mean, the Athletics are the redhead stepchild of that duo
I mean,
for
just
sure.
see what happens with
Yeah.
all sports.
I mean,
Oakland
lately,
left
for
too.
sure.
Raiders left too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oakland's kind of been a cesspool for sports for a long time. But yeah, I mean, also it's just like San Francisco is doing a remarkable job. Whatever Pac Bell has now become.
AT&T.
AT&T Park, yeah. Gorgeous.
Yes.
Uh,
Never been.
Incredible
Would love
facility.
To go. You've been, right?
No,
No?
I really, really want to go.
Well, let's go. When do the Pirates? Let me pull up the Pirates
Yeah,
schedule.
let's find out.
When do-
That'd
when
be
are
the
they
only
in
reason
San
why I would go to
Francisco?
San Fran.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
it's
be great.
Oracle Park now?
This is
Oh, it
number
is?
3. So we went from
What's one?
Dodger Stadium was
Hold
5
up. They had Dodger Stadium at number 5?
for worst. Yeah. So
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, so
I was
5,
going to say,
and then-
like, low key, Dodger Stadium is a fucking dump.
It
Oh,
looks like
Oracle Park. That was the old stadium.
Obviously, Boston's one of the fucking worst top 5 stadiums.
How is
Piece of
Boston?
shit?
Wait, how is Boston on the worst stadium list.
Yeah, number
It's just
4.
old.
It's just
Who
'cause, like,
cares, man? So is Wrigley. Wrigley's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never been to Fenway, but like I imagine.
I would want to go just for the allure of it. Yeah.
What the hell is Oracle Park? Was this the old Candlestick? No, this is
where San Fran plays.
like Pac Bell now or whatever it used to be called, right? AT&T.
That's
Wrigley Field.
Wait. How are they putting San Francisco as one of the worst parks up there?
That's not the park they play at. Like, I know what it
Matt,
looks
look at
like.
number 2.
I know. Well, they're gonna put like all the old stadiums on there, I assume.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's why. Because this is the top 5. These are the 5 best stadiums.
He says that because number 1 is PNC Park.
Because I know that PNC is like well regarded as one of the top parks, and San Francisco is
So that
also
is
always in
where
the top 3.
where
Yeah,
they
of course.
play. It looked
Boston
different.
sucks.
All right,
let's change
let's
it to
go up to the
Oracle.
top then. They got it to 30.
Wow, I can't believe the Dodger Stadium's number 5 is the nicest parks.
I love Baltimore Stadium for what it's worth.
It's amazing.
It's so
so cool.
Yeah.
It was like so PNC and I don't know what to call San Francisco. I guess Oracle Park. I don't know as Oracle Park. Whatever. Those two parks were like the first modern that kind of took on that same feel that.
Yeah,
oh, now
you
I
got
can't.
it right. You got it right. Number 30, Oakland.
Yeah,
It's a
of
fucking
course.
dump.
Yeah.
Dude, it is an absolute dump. Like honestly, I think if I recall,
Tropicana feels pretty bad. Yeah, too.
if I recall, didn't a
Ring
piece of
Central.
Oakland's like scaffold
No.
like fall?
That was Tampa Bay.
Oh, was it Tampa?
I'm
And
pretty
that's
sure.
that's number 29.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
Tropicana
get your
Park.
shit together.
I mean,
Where was Miami?
It was like 27, 26.
How insane!
Really?
They spent
And it's a-
billions on that fucking park.
Yeah, people don't like. Nobody goes. To games.
Nobody goes.
Nobody.
they have
goes,
a
like,
fucking.
Miami's just not a baseball town.
They have a pool there, and it's so crazy for you guys to say that Miami's not a baseball town.
It really is crazy because
It is
like
every single baseball player's cousins live there.
I mean,
Wait, like,
for fans, like it's like-
every South American player lands in Miami.
right,
Like that's
right.
the first stop.
But I mean, like as a fan base.
Yeah,
What I'm trying to say.
it's just kind of shitty weather. I don't think they have
No.
Well, it's a dome.
It's
It's
not
Is it?
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
other Florida
Everything closed.
teams. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, Tropicana's a dump, but you
It's
know,
also
they
enclosed.
they get
Tropicana.
they get attendance though.
Yeah,
You know,
but they're also pretty good. Well, lately.
yeah, that's true.
Yo, this guy is
Chauncey?
fat.
That,
He has a
fat
little
cat.
pooch.
That's what I'm saying. He is
It's
fat.
it's like excess skin. It's not fat. It's just a little pooch.
I don't know. He be eating a lot.
Yeah, he had a tough pandemic, bro. Lay off him, all right?
He be eating a lot.
He's out there hunting, bringing back Marley like
You
gifts
just,
and shit.
You just gonna post up right there?
Yep. He's
That's
just.
good. Yep, there you go.
Tampa Bay had one of the
You
worst
get it.
attendance last year.
Guapo puts the yarn
Really?
on the fucking.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2023, so this year. They're at 25, 17K per.
I mean, that'll change. They're a really good team.
They really. Yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna win a lot.
What's the name of Baltimore Stadium? Why am I-
Camden Yards.
Camden. Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, I think like PNC and Oracle kind of took what Camden already had with that like tight enclosed feel, where they had the like city skyline be a part of like the natural backdrop.
Right.
And I think they just like took it to the next level.
I mean, I'm obviously biased, but like that backdrop of PNC.
You're
Park,
not though.
it's
That's
just-
the thing. It's regarded across
I'm
the
not-
world as
right,
the number
I
one.
am biased because
Right.
I'm going to be biased, but but it is also the truth.
It's
Like it's just
such a gorgeous backdrop.
It literally, if it's a nice,
It's
like
so
a nice
good it's
day,
behind us.
No, but like
Yeah.
a clear, like blue
That's
sky
Clemente
day,
Bridge.
it looks fake. It just look like it's like, is this real?
Did you guys see how
Paint
many?
that on there?
You guys see how many White Sox fans came into the game the other day?
No.
There was like 12 of them, and Joey Weissman and Nelly Park were two of them
Wait, what? Oh, you mean like actually attended?
at the game.
I
Yeah,
see. I understand.
there's like 12 fans there.
I was at a game. I was at a Pirate game, and it was a lot of like what Lamanna just described. Like it was just a gorgeous day with the sun setting in the backdrop over Clemente Bridge, and I took a picture, and I tweeted, "Is this heaven?" The quote from Field of Dreams,
Right.
And I tagged like PNC Park and like hashtag PNC Park, hashtag Field of Dreams or something like that. And I got it up on the Jumbotron.
That's amazing.
They pulled my tweet and they put it on the Jumbotron.
That's
And I was
awesome.
like, yeah, let's fucking go, baby. I
Let's
love it
go.
here.
Yep.
Um,
Was I there with you? With that?
probably.
I think we were
I
there.
mean, how
Yeah.
could you not have been?
Somebody in the chat said Fenway is a dump. I just want to let you know, Heineken, I agree with you.
Okay, you guys like the Yankees. We fucking get it. Like, you can't call these historic ballparks are really remarkable, especially for how old they are. Wrigley is such an experience.
Wrigley might be cool.
I think
Fenway is going to be just as cool.
It's a dump.
But no, the thing is like, yes, it's really cool, and I think like if you went there and you just to experience the historical aspect of it, yes. If you lived in Boston, and that's just you go there every day, and it like that
I don't know,
wears
man.
off. Like it just, I think they would. I don't know. Maybe they would prefer.
I haven't been to Fenway, and I really do want to go, but I have been to Wrigley and I have been to Dodger Stadium.
I've been to both. Yes.
Okay, and I will say that there's a night and day difference between the two. Wrigley's
awesome.
one of
Yeah,
the greatest
cool.
atmospheres I've ever been in. The way that they have the seating built, it's almost
Yeah.
like you're flat on field level for like the majority of the lower grandstand. And then just Wrigleyville behind it is like such a scene. It's so amazing.
Ivy on the
Dodger
wall.
Stadium is a giant asphalt parking lot in the middle of fucking LA.
It's like sunken in, actually.
Yeah. Is it like I thought you like went
Maybe
up
that's
on a
SoFi.
hill? I think you like go up on you like come off of a highway exit and then you're just like in a parking lot. And then in the middle of the parking lot is this giant old stadium, which I get it. It's LA, like that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's this giant slab of concrete.
Well, the A's are going to
And they serve red vines instead of
really
Twizzlers.
nice stadium.
Oh.
Exactly.
Corey likes red vines. I don't.
Danielle
get the,
likes red vines
I don't
too.
get the
There's
appeal
something
of
wrong
them.
with them.
No, they're fine.
Are you?
They're all fine.
Of course, everything that landed. It's
to
food.
be-
It's fine.
To be clear, though, red vines are cherry and Twizzlers are strawberry. So that might be like what we're really getting
They're both
hung up on
alright.
here.
Well,
How many games do you think you'll go to once the A's are here?
Not many.
You go.
I'll go every time they play the Pirates.
Of course, that's like a given. But like,
Yeah, we're gonna take off on the podcast that day.
Outside of the Pirates, do you see yourself going to like half a dozen games a year?
Yeah, I was actually just having this conversation yesterday. Someone was like, "Oh, we should go like check out a game or whatever." But like she's not that interested in baseball. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And it was like from the framework, like, no, you really enjoy it. Like maybe I'll enjoy it. And it's like, no, you don't understand. There's two versions of me enjoying baseball. There's me going to a Pirate game where I'm just a straight fan. And like, I'm just in it because I'm rooting for my team to win. I know everybody on the team. I'm excited to be there, etc. And then there's the version of me that's just like a baseball player that appreciates all of the finer intricacies. And if you take me to watch two teams that I don't know anybody on the roster, I'm just gonna be psycho or like overanalyzing every single pitch.
I think you'd have to. You wouldn't go to like a A's versus like I don't know, Sox or something like that.
No, of course.
But like if it was like the Yankees are in town or the Astros are in town.
There's probably a handful of teams I would
right.
consider going to. Like
Yeah,
I
the Angels, obviously.
maybe I would go see the Angels.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Like the teams that they have superstars that you want to see. Maybe like a really good pitcher is pitching that that matchup or something. So like
I have a weird thing with sports. I struggle a lot to watch not my team.
I think Brian
Yeah.
gets season tickets.
I would get a reduce like not like full season tickets, but I would get like a package where like you got like a dozen games maybe. I would like that because I enjoy going to the game. I enjoy the whole like experience of going to a baseball game,
Of getting
the
drunk.
nachos and having a beer and right, exactly. Like just the sound, the atmosphere of the whole thing is what I like. So I think I will go to more. I would definitely probably go to more baseball games than hockey games.
What if
Even though
there's
the hockey,
I wouldn't.
the hockey
Hockey is
games
so
are
much better.
amazing. I guess maybe I was thinking that they would be cheaper, but maybe they won't be. Maybe they'll
Probably
be,
not the first year.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
going-
not the first year.
I'm going
yeah.
to my second
You might
playoff
be
hockey
right.
game tonight, and I am so excited.
Hockey games are a lot of fun. I'm
The
not
first
saying
one
they're
I
not.
went
I
to-
Playoff hockey games are sick.
It's absurd. I went to a Ranger playoff hockey game, and it was just like one of the best things ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up playing hockey. Well, I played as much hockey as I did football, but
Yeah.
the Steelers are just different. Like
Yeah.
the Steelers are a culture all in of themselves.
Uh-huh.
And it's like as much of a diehard Pens fan as I am, I can go watch and root for the Knights. And maybe it's because like they're in different conferences or whatever. I don't care about the Raiders. I could never in a million years go to a Raider game and give a flying fuck about the outcome unless I'm anti-sweating them because it helps the Steelers.
I agree with that. Yeah. Well, I was never a huge hockey fan to begin with. Like, I mean, I root for the Pens because you just do when you're in Pittsburgh.
Vegas is also pretty good at hockey.
Yeah.
That helps.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, honestly, what I think helped the most is that they brought Fleury in.
Right, yeah.
So I immediately just had Penguin ties to it already.
Yeah,
and I was
helped.
like, yeah, let's go.
They really brought him in so you could be a fan.
Like,
Right,
I think
they
I'm
knew.
more of a hockey fan now than I was like growing up, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, not me.
No, I know,
I
I know,
actually, I wish I were more of a hockey fan. I feel like I'm an idiot for overlooking how good the Penguins have been for the last 15 years. Because year over year, I become like less enthralled with hockey as a whole. It's just too busy of a time of year for like poker. Like the spring is so slammed with shit to do with the World Series coming up. Like I remember their cup runs. Jack Schauenbacher would always be in town, and we would like find places to go on dinner breaks to watch Penguin playoff hockey and like watch the Stanley Cup Finals and stuff like that. And now I think like if they were to make the finals, I would have to either decide not to play the World Series because I cared about sweating it that much, or just not even watch the game because it's kind of an afterthought type of thing, which is it's kind of unfortunate. You lose a little bit of that boyhood wonder as you get a little more older, jaded, and like understand the business aspects of sports so much more. Like
Never meet your heroes.
Well, like at the end of the day, Vegas might bring in one of the worst teams in baseball and have one of the top 5 costs of tickets.
Is Billy Bean still the GM?
No, he's long gone. He went to the Red Sox, and then I don't know where the fuck he's at now.
Well, we should hire him. Hire him back.
Hire him back.
It would be cool to see the Athletics, get good again, right? And get to be able to see like playoff baseball in Vegas would be just out of this world.
Yeah, that actually would be pretty sick.
You would think they're going to put a lot of resources into building this team.
You would think,
if they come into Vegas.
I don't know if that's true.
Real good young pitcher. I forget what his name is.
I don't know that that's true. I think they're still going to fit the small market bill.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is LA like it's LA adjacent in the sense that you don't have a ton of local support. You'll get local support, of course, but it's not like you see on the East Coast or the Midwest or whatever, right? And then on top of that, it's 1/10 the size of LA. Yeah. So like by nature, it's already a smaller market to begin with, and then on top of that, it's like you don't have a lot of fan loyalty or any sort of culture rooted in baseball here.
When the Knights came into town, they were pretty popping immediately, right?
Yeah, but small markets doesn't matter that much in hockey.
It's different.
Like all markets are small markets.
And they were also an expansion team, so they could like pick from all the other teams. Like, that's how they got Fleury, and that's how they got like.
Same with the Kraken in Seattle this year. They're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, so
or they did make the playoffs.
Right. This is just a down bad team coming to a up good city.
Truck stop on the way to LA. Oh man, yeah, but like, I wonder what that does for the AAA team, right? It's not like the Aviators are a massive draw. I mean, like when the Knights came, the Wranglers or whatever disappeared. I don't think they are still here.
So the Aviators are the affiliates of the A's, right?
Maybe.
Yes, I think so. And
I don't.
It changes all the time. So like,
it does change, but I think it.
I think they were the Blue Jays when I went and saw it, but that might have been back when they were Cashman.
Yeah, they were Mets for a while, and then maybe Blue Jays at one time, and I'm pretty sure they're the A's, affiliate now. But I don't think you can have
Oakland A's,
yeah. I don't think you can have
your affiliate,
affiliate in the team or in the city that you play in, so they'll have to switch.
Yeah,
to somebody else again. I don't know how
they just built that.
Works,
they just built that stadium too. It's gorgeous.
It's really
nice.
It's
a beautiful minor league park.
It's probably one of the nicest minor league parks in all of baseball.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Cashman?
Yeah.
Very mid.
Yeah, it was
very mid for a minor league park.
Right. And then they built that out the ballpark out in Summerlin. And it's just gorgeous.
I remember when they were building it, we were all excited because we thought it was in the anticipation of like this is actually for a major team.
Yeah.
But they would never. You would never put it in. Well, yeah, you would just also never put it in Summerlin.
Right.
The strip traffic is so critical to the sports teams here. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine. Maybe not so much for the Raiders, but for everybody else, it's so huge to just have
Anytime
hotels
you
and walking
go to
distance.
a hockey game, like the Vegas fans are like, obviously wild and great, but anytime you go to a hockey game, there are so many of the opposing team there just because everyone plans a trip around it. Like, let's go to Vegas, and then while our team's there, we'll plan it then, and we'll go to a game. Like,
the culture here kind of supports it too. Like, you just don't see that kind of stuff in these blue collar cities like Pittsburgh or Cleveland.
Because no one's going to Pittsburgh to vacation.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, you're right. It's part of that, but it's also just like you're not very well received, right? Like, if you're an Eagles fan and you show up in Pittsburgh, like it's
Cleveland
not
fan.
Yeah, or a Cleveland fan.
Yeah, Baltimore. Oh my God.
The same kind of shit happens in LA. Like, we see this all the time between the Dodgers Giants rivalry, where people are getting the shit kicked out of them in parking lots and stuff like that. It's very weird. It's this very weird fandom type of thing where I mean, I think alcohol probably plays a big part.
I think probably
Probably a pretty big part into that.
Yeah, maybe a big part.
Vegas,
alcohol and testosterone all mixed together, and bad things happen.
Scary.
Yeah, here it'll be way different. You'll be like Molly and party drugs.
Cashman Field is in Henderson, right?
No,
Cashman
Old
Field's in
Vegas.
North Las Vegas. I actually used to live right next door to it.
Okay.
Oh, you were in down bad. That's not good. You don't want to be on Washington Boulevard after dark, man.
No, it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
So the G League Ignite, the basketball team, plays in Henderson, right? And
I don't know. Do they?
Yeah, they do. And
Where do the Sparks play?
the Ace, you mean?
Is it the
Aces.
Ace?
They play
the
the
WNBA?
WNBA team.
Yeah, Aces.
Wait. Oh yeah, Phoenix Sparks, right?
Yeah. They play at T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, okay.
But I think they would get I've been to a few of their games, and they have like top talent going to the NBA. Like, they have the number 2 pick on their team. They sign all.
This is D League.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but this is the only team that kids can sign to straight out of high school. No other D League team can sign you straight out of high school.
Why?
I'm unsure. It's just, I think, affiliations. They're not affiliated with anybody.
I see.
So they have people like Scoot Henderson, which is going to be the number 2 or number 3 pick this year. They signed a couple young kids.
So instead of being one and dones, a lot of kids are just coming.
They come in for 2-year contracts.
Oh,
They
I see,
get like
I
a
see.
2-year, $1 million contract.
Okay.
Or
They probably get a lot
2-year
of foreign kids, I would imagine.
I don't.
Or do they not have
think
to
they
abide by
have-
the same rules?
I don't think they have. They probably don't have to abide by the same rules. Once they turn 18, they can probably just declare. Actually, I know they can declare for the draft because Victor Wembanyama, the guy that's going number 1 this year, is from France, and he's 18, and he's
Gotta tell you,
7'4".
You could have given me a multi-choice of 10 countries in Europe as to where Victor
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama was from. And France would have ranked number 10, no matter what the other 9 choices were.
It's
on
true.
that list.
It's true.
On the board.
But yeah, I think they would do so much fucking better if they were just on the strip.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's like, it's not hard, but it's just like, no tourist is going to go to Henderson to fucking watch the game.
But they don't play at the Orleans Arena?
No. If
Okay.
they were at,
That's where like the old summer leagues games used to run.
yeah, I think
Summer
they
League.
run at Thomas and Mack now.
Used to run like the Pac-10
Yeah.
championship there.
Yeah. Where did you go for the
Pac-12.
Yeah.
It was the T-Mobile.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I guess now
Because now you
T-Mobile's
have
here.
T-Mobile, right?
Right,
It's like,
yeah.
why would you do it anywhere else?
It was just really weird to me that it's not on the strip because like there's a bunch of these fucking casinos that have like basketball courts in them. Like Mandalay Bay, they can put one up. Like
Wasn't there a conversation recently about them building like this multi-billion-dollar complex that was going to house like a bunch of athletic teams and whatnot?
That would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, we did
But
it here.
it
We
seems
talked
like
about it here.
Yeah, but it seems like it's off the table now.
I'm unsure.
That's amazing.
There's just so much
They're
construction.
gonna have like a giant stadium for football. They got T-Mobile. They got the Globe thing or whatever that is.
Oh yeah, what the
What's
fuck is
that?
going in there?
That's amazing.
The Venetian Sphere, the
No,
big
the
black
sphere,
ball.
The sphere.
How have I not heard anything about this?
It's the Madison Square Garden.
It's just a giant fucking sphere behind Venetian. You haven't
I
seen
haven't
it?
seen it, no.
Oh my god!
It's literally this huge fucking black ball.
It's gonna be like they're gonna do concerts. I think U2 is the first act there, first act ever there. And then it's like this new like futuristic type of like Omnimax kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, it just looks great. Is
Somebody's volume's on.
that mine? It wasn't mine.
Are you sure it's not the
Matt,
TV?
It's your computer.
It's definitely not me.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming out of your computer.
Yeah, it is. And we're echoing.
I don't understand. I'm staring at my screen. It's muted. What the fuck is going on here?
And we're back.
What is going on here?
There's a ghost.
Look, all I know is I want Jose Canseco to throw out the inaugural pitch for.
Yes.
for
I mean,
Oakland.
you have to, right?
And if they
Right.
don't let him, they should let him walk out into the outfield and let somebody just throw a baseball at his head.
Bounce one
You know
off
what I
and
mean?
go.
Will he
over
do
their
it with the
fence.
syringe in his ass?
Oh, maybe.
How did that happen? I'm so miffed right now. I'm staring at a screen that's muted.
I don't
I'm so
know.
confused.
Rough life, man.
I know. One last thing to touch on for baseball before we get out of here. Matt Scherzer.
It was
Max-
rosin and sweat,
Max.
man. Don't you do this to my New
Max
Yorkers.
Scherzer. No relation to my future wife.
That's Scheinbacher.
No.
I don't know how to
No.
say it.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Nicole Scherzer. He got ejected yesterday. He was the third pitcher this season to get ejected for a foreign substance on his hand. All
No,
ejected.
Third since this has been put in place.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
season.
No, they've been doing this all last year too.
Oh. I must have misread that then.
Yeah.
So basically,
Um,
Bros has been cheating.
Well, no, he's
Well, hold on.
it's the same umpire who kicked all three players out. Phil Cuzzy. Seems a little coincidental.
Yes,
I mean-
I see a trend.
Yeah.
Max swore on his children, so
Well, if he swore on his children,
well, you know
then
he's obviously,
clearly.
Did he really swear on his children?
Apparently, he told the ups that I swear on my children,
there-
it's sweat and rosin.
I mean, there was a brief interview he did. It was pretty
So
convincing.
after the second
I gotta
inning,
tell you.
my hand, it was a little clumpy from the rosin and sweat. That it was clumpy, and Phil told me to wash it off, so I washed it off. Came back out there after the third, with alcohol. I washed it with alcohol and rosin, and when I went back out there, the alcohol for a little bit there can be sticky in rosin. That can happen. So he was like, "That's too sticky. You need to go back on there, wash it off again, and reapply the rosin." And so I did that, and then at the same time, he thought my glove had too much rosin on it. And I was like, "Okay, if that's a problem, there's nothing going on." He's like, "You need a new glove." Like, okay. So come back out, pitch the third, and knew I was going to get checked in the fourth. So I'd have to be an absolute idiot to try to do anything when I'm coming back out for the fourth. So after that third inning, I'm in front of the MLB official that's underneath here. I wash my hand with alcohol in front of the official. I then apply rosin, and then I grab sweat. When I then go back out there, and Phil Cuzzy says that my hand's too sticky. I don't get it. Yes, when you use sweat and rosin, your hand is sticky, but I don't get how I get ejected when I'm in front of MLB officials doing exactly what you want, and being deemed that my hand's too sticky when I'm using legal substance. I do not understand that.
Conrad, true or false? He jerked off between innings.
Sure.
Yeah, thought so.
Okay,
I heard all the greats do that.
You've probably used rosin before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I you'd see them out there with the rosin bag, and they're like dapping themselves. And I just thought it was kind of like just to dry your hands a little
It
bit,
is.
right? So is it like chalk? But he said
Kind
it's
of.
sticky, so it's a different kind of substance. I didn't know.
It's not
I didn't,
sticky, man.
That's what he said. It was sticky.
It can clump. Like
Right,
if
but he
you
was acting like-
if you're sweating enough,
and
it'll
what did he say?
certainly
He
clump.
goes, "I use sweat." He means
Is that
his
an
own
actual
sweat?
I
like
think he-
liquid that you, or is he talking about actual sweat?
Actual
is that
sweat.
like a
like
thing?
actual sweat. Like
The way-
he was just sweating.
The way he said it,
He's
it
pitching
sounded,
in LA. It's fucking hot.
I know, but it sounded like he was like it was a
Product.
Yeah, they're mixing-
Like, I use sweat, and then like what do you mean? Like you use your sweat?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they're
like you
mixing
rosin
it.
your forearm
Okay.
to get the tacky. Tacky is a better word.
Okay.
It's not sticky.
Tacky.
But there's a certain tact to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll try to like
And so the sweat doesn't drip down onto your hand, right? And then your hand gets sweaty.
partially. Ultimately, the whole purpose for a rosin bag is to, when your hands are clammy because it's hot and
Right.
humid or whatever, you want to be able to remove the moisture so that you have some tact to your grip. Like you don't want to
Right.
be.
Of course, the ball slip out of your
Yeah,
hand.
you don't want the ball to be so slippery that you're losing control. But obviously, as pitchers, the more tack that we have, the more rotation we can put on the ball. So we're always looking for ways
Right.
to go about this. Like, and there are so many different things and so many different old tricks of the trade.
And
that
now
you
they put steps in place to
Right.
eliminate that. That's why they check them.
right, and like you're throwing hundreds of pitches with your hands. So like there's a lot of stuff that goes on, like blisters and things. I used to have to take a nail file like a few weeks before we would go to spring training, and I would just file the tips of my fingers every single day until they calloused over. Callous over. Yeah. Because like otherwise they're just too sensitive and you're bound to get a blister whenever you start throwing, right? Like if you just try to do it naturally, the only way to build it is to basically give yourself a blister. It's like, okay, well, I'd rather just not, and you just basically give it that friction every single day until finally, like, you know, you start to develop some hard skin. But like, yeah, with rosin, so like, you know, he's in LA, it's fucking hot. I'm sure he's just pouring sweat.
Right.
So you dab your arm and it'll get clumpy, which is I think what he was referring to. But you know, when you do that, you do it on your off arm too. Now you have something to just go to in between pitches, right?
Yeah.
And you'll get some tack to your finger.
Right.
It's not sticky though. Like sticky's definitely the wrong descriptor. Like it's not pine tar. It's not. And the other thing is like rosin's white, sweat is clear. Like the coloring of it should be a clear giveaway. Like sure. There might like you might be dirty or whatever, but like if it's a deep dark chocolate color, then yeah, it's pine tar or some other substance.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then you're probably just making much ado about nothing here, where it's, you know, just a guy who's trying to make sure that he can get that extra pop on the ball.
So you're on the Max Scherzer side of things here.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't touch his arm. I didn't see it. But like, I agree with him that he would have to be an absolute idiot.
Right. He knows they're going to check him. Right. Of course.
Yeah. And I just wonder like how much pitchers have gotten away with in the past prior to these checks. Like the whole notion of like, there have been guys in the past who were like kind of artists, if you will. Not, I wouldn't go so far as to say Maddox because like he was just a goat in and of himself, but people who like emulated Maddox that didn't have his talent, they were thought to have like slick substances on their bill, like Vaseline, and you know, like they'd keep like I've heard everything from like chili sauce on their hand that they put under their nose to get snot on the ball, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Red hot, but they also changed the balls out so fucking much in an MLB game. I think I heard that
it's wild how like if ball touches the ground, they like throw it away.
I think I heard that on average they go through like 125 balls in a game or something ridiculous, something like 10 dozen balls.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, I played baseball for like 20 years and at most I would get 3 pearls a game.
Yeah.
Like at
That's all you
most.
get. That's all you get. Yeah.
At most, by the 7th inning, you're just playing with something that looks like it came out of the movie from The Sandlot. It's like, what the hell's going on here? But yeah, I mean, the problem I have with this ejection, and I don't know what was the premise behind the other 3, but in this one, he checked them 4 different innings in a row. And like each inning, it seemed as though Scherzer...
That's fine.
Okay, fine. Was obliging based off of like whatever was being requested of him. Like, go wash your hands with alcohol. The thing, I don't know, man. There's a couple holes in his story though. It's like this whole notion that like, you know, you wipe your hand down with alcohol, it's a little bit sticky for a while. It's like, okay, maybe you're just using the wrong word with sticky, but like, no, it's fucking not.
Right.
That's the whole thing about alcohol.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, you know, it's not.
Right.
Maybe that gets a little bit tacky for a second. But
I heard that someone said like the rosin's hard to get off. So like if you have a lot of it on you, it's like you might spend 10 minutes after the game like trying to scrub that.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, it was rare that we had access to rosin in college, to be honest. Like only when we played in the minor league stadiums.
Really?
And it was like such a dream whenever you get to go out there and like be a real big leaguer and like you know tap the rosin. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You're just like, I'm supposed to pick this up because it's here.
Right. Exactly.
Kind of thing. But I mean, I don't know. I think that I'm glad that they're policing it to some degree, but also like, if you're not finding something on his hat, let's move on.
Yeah, I also think he's pretty irate too because I think this comes with an automatic 10-game suspension. So he might miss two more starts after this.
That has to be appealable though, right?
It is.
I'm sure it's appealable, yeah. But you know,
I also I believe he was one of the ones that was most outspoken about having this implemented, where he like thought it was really good for the progression of pitching because like, you know, he was so adamant that he wasn't an abuser.
Right, yeah. And then now he's the one getting suspended.
Methinks the lady doth protest him. No, I actually think that like he probably just kind of got jobbed here.
It's the ump show, man.
Apparently my boy Domingo Herman from the Yankees. Got caught cheating.
Yeah, we just saw a clip.
Yeah, well,
But was he actually cheating?
Well,
I mean, it sounds like it.
It really. The umpire told before the game they warned him, and then the umpire told him to go wash his hands after the 4th inning. And then you look at like stats of like his spin rates in the first 3 innings to compare to after that.
That's sick that they can get that deep into the analytics.
And I'm looking at it, and it's like, well, damn, everything's down heavy over here, buddy.
Not looking good,
Here's
cuz.
the point where you were cheating.
Don't look good, cuz.
Oh, man. All
Analytics,
right.
it's a beautiful thing, you know. When people win, people lose.
They're scary. They're scary, man.
Spin, non-spin.
Start to look at databases of hands, and all of a sudden you realize that the overbet is just overperforming in certain spots.
Oh my
Shit
God.
gets wild out there.
Or you make your own sims and you lie.
Or you create your own sims and you lie. And just keep your bet in that 7-6 offsuit on the red board. We'll see how it goes.
We're calling a 3-bet to begin with.
All right, that's gonna do it for us today. We're gonna get on out of here. Don't forget that we do have an MTT Academy coming May 24th to the 27th in preparation for the WSOP. That's gonna be led by the one and only Matt Hunt. 4-day academy. Each day will represent a different phase of the tournament itself. He's gonna take a deep dive into ICM and explain to you why ICM is for rich people. If you are interested in that, head over to academy.solveforwhy.io. You can get more details or sign up there. Don't forget, new season of Poker Out Loud has also dropped. Head over to solveforwhy.io. Check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and being a part of today's show. Tomorrow, we're going to be joined by the one and only Thesaurus, a.k.a. I don't know.
Pete Morris.
Pete Morris.
dog.
Pete Morris, the Thesaurus.
He's a battle rapper. He's a poker player. He's an all-around good dude.
Legend.
Sorry, I'm going to be missing this one. We have a little bit of a Bellagio game battle to get into, but I'll be back Monday. Some updates with the Airball heads-up match, and
Jay Nandez.
oh yeah, Jay Nandez will be joining us. Should be a good one, team. Should be a good one. We'll see you guys then.
Later.
Peace.
Exciting times.